Good morning. This is time for a Wednesday high five from my beautiful backyard. It is absolutely gorgeous out here, and hope the lawn mowing next door doesn't interfere. Yesterday I talked about what's happening Sunday. It's the anniversary. It's called Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av on the Hebrew calendar. It is called the most dreaded day on the Hebrew calendar because if anything, it's like there's a cycle of destruction that started with the 10 spies with the evil report. And so the next thing, I'm going to start telling you about the cycle of things that happen. In 587 BC, the destruction of the first temple, the one they called Solomon's temple, by the Babylonians under Nebuchadnezzar. About 100,000 Jews were killed during the invasion. Exile of remaining tribes in the southern kingdom to Babylon and Persia. That was found in Jeremiah 39. The temple had stood for 410 days. Now the Jews are called different things in the Bible. First of all, under when from Abraham to Jacob, they were called Hebrews. And from Jacob, when he became Israel, when God changed his name to Israel, then they were called Israelites. So the whole time that they were in Egypt, they were called Israelites. But when you had the divided kingdoms, the bottom two tribes, you had the 10 northern tribes and the southern two tribes. The southern two tribes were called Judah, and they were called Jews from that point. And so from that point on, they were called Jews. And so Solomon's temple was destroyed. That was the most amazing, if you have ever really got into the description of everything that was put into the temple, it's amazing. And then in 70 AD, the second temple was destroyed. The second temple under the Romans, over 2,500,000 Jews died as a result of famine and disease. Over 1 million Jews exiled to all parts of the Roman Empire. Over 100,000 Jews sold as slaves by Romans to be tortured in games and pagan ceremonies. The temple had stood for 420 years. So the first temple was 410 years, the second temple was 420. And they were where they worshiped God and where they gave their sacrifices. That's where they came to the feast, and both of them were destroyed. So in 71 AD, to make sure that the Jews could not come back and thrive, the Roman army plowed Jerusalem under with salt so that the ground would not yield any crop. 132 AD, Bar Kokhba revolted, was crushed. Betar destroyed over 100,000 killed. And some references say, it was 132 AD, 133, 135, but they all agree it was the 9th of Av. Now, it was amazing, the 100,000 Jews that lay on the ground dead could not be buried. And in the Jewish understanding, you have to bury the person the same day that they died. They don't embalm the bodies. They don't cremate like the pagans. And they had to be buried the same day with their tallit wrapped around them. But none of these could be buried. The amazing thing is there's something called Tu B'Av. Now on Tu B'Av, they were able to, it's the 14th of Av, and they were able to go out and get the people and bury them, the 100,000. But the amazing thing that happened, their bodies were not, they were not starting to rot or anything. They were still just as if they had just died that day. That was amazing. In 133 AD, Tummus Rufus plows the site of the temple. The Romans built pagan city Capellina on the site of Jerusalem. And one more. 1095, the First Crusade declared by Pope Urban II. 10,000 Jews killed in the first month of the crusade. The Crusades would bring death and destruction to thousands of Jews, totally obliterate many communities in Germany and France. And so we're going to stop there, and I'm going to continue, because the death and destruction to this one group of people is astronomical, and it all falling on the same day. Again, I ask, what is the Hebrew word for coincidence? And you're supposed to answer, there is none. God bless you. Bye-bye.